Well, hello, my beautiful bohoish souls. It's been a while, 9 months, and that can mean death for a YouTube channel. But there's just been a lot that has happened with me, and I've tried to make this video a few times. I've recorded a few things in hopes that I would go ahead and upload, and I just never have. But I feel like today is the day. If you're new here, I'm sorry that this is maybe the first video of me that you'll see. Yeah, but anyway, for those of you that are my subscribers and you're still here, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just so appreciative that you didn't unsubscribe. Maybe you just forgot. I don't know. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Cherie, and I'm an artist. I started out this channel doing DIY projects, little things around the home, stuff like that. And then I found my artistic voice. Well, I shouldn't say I found my voice. I rediscovered painting again. And it was at a really crucial time in my life where I was going through healing, and art really brought a lot of healing and comfort to me. It was very much part of my therapeutic journey. But this is going to go all over the place. I already feel it right now, and I don't even know how long this is going to be. So you might want to get yourself a cup of tea or coffee or something and just come and sit down and let's chat a bit. My last video, like I had mentioned before, was 9 months ago. I haven't rewatched any of my videos, so I don't even remember exactly what that last video was about. But I think I updated my subscribers about what was going on with my dad. So in September, we found out that my dad was stage 4. And I'm really going to try to get through this without crying. Jeez. We found out that my dad had stage 4 lung cancer. You would have never known it. I mean, he was going and going and going and doing, and he just went to the doctor to get something checked out. His back was hurting him, and he had been working up in the attic replacing some beams or something like that. And he thought he had hurt his back doing that, and one thing led to another, and he was stage 4. And 3.5 months later, he was gone. He passed away on January 4th. And it was just hell. The whole thing. I spent my birthday sitting with him in his house, and he was just in so much pain, and it was just he and I. and we were able to have some conversation, but he was just in a lot of pain. And that was, I didn't even have the heart. I didn't mention to him it was my birthday or anything like that, because he would have felt so bad. And he would have been like, why are you here? If it's your birthday, go do something fun. But I was with him, and I'm grateful. And then, you know, he was in and out of the hospital, and then we didn't know it. Well, some weird things started happening. You know, he was confused. He was starting to get real confused. And so went back to the hospital, and the cancer had gone to his brain. So we spent Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with him at the hospital, but he wanted so badly to be at home. So I think it was, everything's a blur. It was either New Year's Eve or January 1st. I think he came home on New Year's Eve. I don't know. And then January 1st, you know, he was settled at home. And then he passed away on January 4th. At home, thank the Lord. Surrounded by all of us. Playing his favorite music. Talking to him. Us as a family. Just being together and talking about memories and just doing things as if Daddy was, I mean, because Daddy was there, but you know, just the last time we would all be together. I am so sorry. It's been really difficult for all of us. My mom has been really strong, and my brother and sister and I, you know, I think we're strong too. We all have our moments. But yeah, I didn't paint at all for the 3 months that he was sick. Well, I take that back. I painted one thing. I painted a commission that I had. And normally I'm a pretty quick painter, and this is what's so bizarre. I haven't really shared a lot of my work with you all. I mean, I've had a lot since then, because remember, I was struggling too with how to bring the channel over to being more of a, you know, of an art blog, I guess. I was just kind of all over the place because I wasn't sure how to do it, and then everything happened with my dad. And so yeah, I mean, I painted a commission in 6 weeks time. I think it took me 6 weeks to paint that commission, when normally I could get through a painting in a day or two, depending on the subject or, you know, what all I'm doing with it. It took me 6 weeks because I just couldn't. And then my mom had commissioned me to do a painting for my dad's Christmas present, which was presented to him in the hospital on Christmas Eve. No, on Christmas Day, sorry. We were there Christmas Eve, but my mom presented it to him on Christmas Day. And he loved it. He couldn't articulate, but you could see it in his eyes that he loved it. And that was one of the last times that it was very few and far between then that you really knew that he was fully engaged. So that was 2 paintings, and then I just did an abstract to let all my frustration out. So in 3.5 months, I think I only did like those 3 paintings. You know, before he passed. And then after he passed, it's just been very sporadic until recently. I really feel like I've gotten back in the flow, and that's good, because it really does bring a lot of healing to me, and I'm just so grateful. But that is what has been going on. It's been very difficult for me to get back on here, because I was also getting overwhelmed with the thought of all the editing and all of this, and it's got to be aesthetic, and it's got to be this, it's got to be that. And then I was talking to Sean, my husband, and I have spoken to Ivy and Icy about it from time to time, but actually this morning, Sean was like, Sheree, don't worry about it. Like, if you have something to say, just say it. If you want to share something, share it. Don't worry about, oh, got to get the right shot of the coffee, you know, brewing. Oh, you got to get the candle lit. Oh, you got to do, you know, all of the theatrical and aesthetic things that we as creators sometimes feel very pressured to get right. But I'm really just more comfortable just talking, and whatever I'm doing, you being a part of that. So, oh, and then I also didn't mention this either. So we had found out that my dad was sick in September, and then Sean lost his mom in October. And so, yeah, I mean, it's been crazy. I mean, there's been other things too that are just, you know, just stuff. And it was just hard for me to get back in the groove. And I also just went through a very incredibly low time. And I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to, like, I didn't know how long it was going to take for me to pull myself out of that muck. And anyone who has dealt with cyclical low times, you kind of got to go with the flow. You're fighting the whole time, but you just don't know when you're gonna wake up and you're like, oh, okay, I think I'm okay. I think I'm good now. So I said all that to say, first of all, I apologize, but I just didn't have it in me. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I have thought of you guys a lot, and I have really been thinking about this channel. Don't think I forgot about the channel. I didn't. I was overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. And right after my dad died, there were so many firsts. You know, they always talk about the firsts. You know, well, we had firsts like immediately. I almost felt like it was my first. Well, he didn't make it. Well, like Thanksgiving, he was sick and he couldn't make it. And then, and then Christmas was in the hospital, and then he died right after New Year's. New Year's, he was, you know, not really conscious. And then his birthday was in May, and my mom's birthday's in May. And so we normally celebrate both of their birthdays together on Memorial Day, and we'll have like a cookout and all that kind of stuff. So we had his first birthday without him, and then yesterday was Memorial Day, and so it was the first time celebrating my mother's birthday by herself. Normally I bake 2 cakes, and I only had to bake one. And and Father's Day is coming. So, it's all the firsts. And the grief has been absolutely brutal. And I've lost people that I love, dear people to me, people who are dear to me. But losing my dad, it has devastated me. And the grief, it's just, grief is weird, Initially, you just don't know how you're going to make it. And then you start making it, but it's still hitting you often. And then you start making it a little longer, in between. But then, not saying that sometimes the memories that would make you just burst into tears and you feel gut punched, eventually turns into a beautiful memory. But the gut punches never go away. They're always there, just more sporadic. You think you're doing okay, and then all of a sudden you're not. Like the other day, I was thinking about, because we have some outdoor cats, and I was thinking about this like shelter thing that I saw. You can buy it. It's about the size of, the things you put out on the deck that you can store stuff in, and you can sit on it too, kind of like that. And I thought, Daddy can build that. No, he can't. It's stuff like that. Anyway, I've learned some things about grief. No one can tell you how to grieve. No one can tell you how long to grieve. No one should ever say to you that you should be over it by now. And nobody has done that to me, and I am so grateful. But I have heard of people who have been through that, and it's just horrific. At its very primal level, think about it. Somebody you love, you hold dearly in your heart, is gone. How do you ever get over that? All we can do is adapt. So, anyway, that's what I've been going through. That's what's been going on. I don't want to say that's what I've been going through. Yeah, I mean, we've all been, my whole family and everyone, we've been going through that, but that is what has been going on. And that is why I have not been around, because I just didn't have it in me to be around. So I really would like to pick this back up again. I really would like to build that community that I always talked about. But like I had mentioned before, I'm now full-time painting. I know I started the channel with the whole bohemian, you know, we're gonna DIY, we're gonna do all these things and stuff like that. I just don't have the space right now for anything other than my regular life and painting, especially because painting is what I want to do. I want to be an artist for the rest of my life. I've always been artistic. I've always painted throughout my life from time to time, but I never took it seriously until now. And that's where I'm investing my time and my energy. And I would love to bring you all along that journey. I would love to just sit and have chats with you while I'm painting, or while I'm at the art shows, or while I'm doing whatever, you know, just having a heartfelt conversation. If that's something that would interest you, let me know in the comments. And if it's not for you, I totally understand. I really do. I get it. I just want you to be here if you vibe with me. You know what I mean? Like if this is a space that you feel like you can decompress and relax and chill and just hang out with a friend, I want to be your friend. But wow, I know today was heavy, but I had to share. I had to be honest about everything. I didn't just dump my channel. Trust me, it's been a struggle. I have tried so hard to get back and I just couldn't. And then I guess today was the day. So I don't know. There might be a name change. I might change it from Bohoish Me to just my name. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just winging it at this point. But in all that, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you, how grateful and thankful I am for you. And I hope that you continue on this journey with me. I hope all is well with you guys. And if you're going through anything, I pray that all will be well and that you'll have strength and comfort. Anyway, that's going to be it from me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Bye.